Waynesboro are doing a production. So this is the pigeon from Stuart Little. And she's carved out of foam rubber. And I noticed you all brought foam in today. A lot of my work, a good part of my work is in foam rubber, and I didn't bring a lot of that because I want to bring my more doll-related things. But foam is a lovely material. This is a high-density foam. Or actually, no, this is a softer density. So in foam, there's a medium density, and that is on the firm side of medium density, what was brought in today. This is on the softer side. And North Carolina is the lead of the furniture industry, and so early on I turned to foam rubber as a carving material. And I take hacksaw blades and turn them into razor knives and then put graphite on them, and I can saw right through the foam and saw out the shapes pretty easily and quickly. I used to use an electric meat knife, and then I use a small pair of Fiskar-like sharp fine points to carve it. So this has not been sanded at all. It's just carved, and you just go gentler and gentler. And the wonderful thing about it is all of the jointing and movement is built right into the figure.
What do you paint with?
Yeah, pardon me?
What do you paint with?
Then I wet the foam. It's important to wet the foam when you're painting it. I use acrylics only. And I take it out of the toothpaste sort of consistency, and I take it down to more like something like thick pea soup. So it's not as thick. I have a water spray bottle that I spray the foam with first and get the surface wet, and then it goes on like a stain, and it beautifully goes into it. If you put it into dry foam, it looks terrible and behaves badly. Then you have to use a hair blow dryer in between to dry certain areas when you're getting into some blending of different colors, or else they kind of begin to interact. But this was a pretty crudely painted one. I've got a godwit, a little bird from an environmental show, that I painted on it for 2 days, with a book right there with me. And you can get amazing detail into puppets like this. I consider these disposable puppets because the oldest one I have is about 35 years old, and it's about ready for retiring. They just do not last a long time. So foam is a beautiful medium, but I have to be remaking them and carry a hot glue gun with me wherever I perform and whatnot.
Does the same thing happen with, the Muppets have a foam base, but then they're covered with fleece and stuff?
Yeah.
Same thing happens?
Same thing, even worse. They use an expensive foam called Scott foam.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bristly kind of feeling. You can feel it on speaker covers that are sculpted.
Mm-hmm.
And it deteriorates rapidly. And so when they first made Piggy, Miss Piggy was carved out of foam, and that would make it through about 3 hours. They'd rip the head off and put a new one on. And then they were casting them eventually. I think they worked it out, but for them, they were highly disposable. And so it's a material that if you understand what you're working with. Here's one that is, this one was from the original stage version of Legend of Sleepy Hollow, the skunk.
Oh, wow.
Little baby bulb syringe, some chalk line dust in it, and this is actually a little brass tube of K&S engineering wire.
Oh my gosh.
So I am on Facebook.